Hey, what's going on, Pokemon trainers? Trainer Connor 100 here with my third Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle video. I hope you enjoy this. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. Here we go. This team is centered around Dun Sparse and Shiny Wo-Chien. Dun Sparse has Coil, Drill Run, Gun Headbutt, and Hyper Drill. The Silk Scarf item is there to help boost Hyper Drill's overall power if we use it. Vaporeon is next, and this is, I believe, a physically defensive set with Scald, Wish, Protect, and Ice Beam. Diancie has Stealth Rocks, plus the ability to use Moonblast and or Diamond Storm depending on who we face in front of us. Shiny Wo-Chien from the recent raid event is a bulky set as well, carrying Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Foul Play, and Protect. Galvantula has Sticky Web with that wonderful Focus Sash item attached to it. And then finally, Tornadus Therian for some extra insurance in the back end there, plus some ground weak, so having a flying type will help with that issue. My opponent in this battle is from Japan, so I think I have my work cut out in this match. We see Pelipper, Gyarados, Frostlass, Sneasler, Gardevoir, and Sinistcha. I will say, in this battle, I suffer a lot of damage from Gyarados. Oh boy. I decided to lead with Galvantula to get Sticky Web up and then hopefully thunder something in the face or Volt Switch out. Let's begin the match here. Alright trainers, here we go. This is the battle. I hope you enjoyed this one. Here we go. So he starts off with Gyarados and I begin with Webster the Galvantula. And he thinks that I'm going to go for a Thunder, but I'm going to go for the Sticky Web on the first turn of the match, hoping that Sticky Web can be useful in this battle, which actually it doesn't. Very disappointed by that. But we go for Volt Switch because we see Sinistcha, and I have an answer for this Pokemon. He goes for Strength Step on Tornadus upon entry, and it lowers my attacking power. But this Tornadus in particular is a mixed attacker, so it has Knockoff, Weak Wind, Storm, U-Turn, and one other move. But because he's going for Strength Steps, Bleak Wind Storm is a special attacking move, so that's going to do more damage. I did go for a knockoff. I probably shouldn't have done that, knowing that move, that flying type move, which is brand new to this generation, would knock it out right away. So if I just went for that initially, we wouldn't have that extra turn there. Now here he goes with a Pelipper, which he goes for Ice Beam and freezes me, which is really unfortunate because I was going to go for another knockoff to get rid of whatever item he was holding there. But we never get a chance to do that, so he goes back into Gyarados. I'm still frozen, so I'm forced to switch out. I knew he was probably going to go for a Dragon Dance with the Gyarados, and the only answer to this Pokemon is my Vaporeon, which is physically defensive, so I knew I could live potentially an Earthquake at +2. We will see. And then he goes for the Terra right after this move right here. I went for Scald because I'm hoping I can burn this Pokemon here. We never get that burn. Very, very unfortunate. Like I said, this Pokemon is going for the Terra evolution. I wasn't sure what type it was. Let me know in the comments on what type it is. My guess is that it's water or ground. Now I knew I could live in Earthquake because I am physically bulky, but then he gets a critical hit. So that's really, really unfortunate. I really don't have an answer for this Pokemon now. I go back into Webster. I knew my Focus Sash is still intact, so I knew I could live any one move. And then I can't go for Thunder, but I do go for Bug Buzz, which it doesn't do enough damage. And I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do now? So I wanted to preserve my Galvantula I go back into Tornadus, expecting him to go for another Earthquake, which we dodge, but then he can just outright attack me with a Waterfall. It knocks me out. So Tornadus Therian, you got frozen, yes. We'll try to use you more effectively in the future. Realizing that I am running out of options in this battle so far, I just go into Wo-Chien, and I decided to Terra myself, so we are a Terra Grass Wo-Chien. I wasn't sure if I could live a move. I wanted to see what moves he's running that would counter Grass-type Pokemon. He only has Earthquake, and then he shows me Crunch right after, and I actually live the Crunch. I was really surprised by this. So we go for the Giga Drain. I just clicked it because I really wanted to get rid of this Gyarados. And we finally knock him out, which was a huge thorn on my side this entire match, it felt like. But guess what? Wo-Chien comes through, and that is what I was hoping for. He brings in Pelipper next, has the Drizzle ability, that's fine. I go for Protect. I didn't know if he had Hurricane or not. I wanted to see if he has it. He is carrying Hurricane, which will have 100% accuracy in the rain. Plus I can get Leftovers Recovery in the process as well. I tried going for Double Protect because I'm like, oh, I can maybe stall him out and get rid of his Hurricanes. Because I believe Hurricane only has 5 PP, so that means when you run out of Hurricanes, you can't use them anymore. So here he uses, I believe, his third one, and then he goes for a fourth one right after this. This is great because if I could get rid of his Hurricanes, he will not use them, and he's forced to use probably Ice Beam or something like that. But I don't get my double protect, but that's okay, because Wo-Chien did his job in taking care of the Gyarados, so that is perfectly fine for him to go down right there. Webster comes back out. I thought I could outspeed this Pelipper, but because I have a lot of HP investment and not enough speed to outspeed faster Pokemon like Pelipper, for example, we will not outspeed it. Diancie comes in for the first time in this battle, and this particular Diancie, like I said, it has Stealth Rocks, but I don't end up using them in this battle. Gardevoir comes in, gets caught in the sticky web. That is okay with me. I wanted that to work, but unfortunately, Diamond Storm, it does damage. They don't knock it out, but Gardevoir is still faster somehow. So we go for Moonblast, and we knock out Gardevoir. So that's something. We knock out a Pokemon for a change. Now, he brings in Sneasler, and it is still faster even with that sticky web active. I was really sad about that because, again, I really thought sticky web would work, but it just doesn't save me in this battle. This is my last Pokemon here, which is Dunsparce. Gets a critical hit close combat, still outspeeds me, because that's just how that works in this battle. He's just Life Orb, not Choice Scarf or anything. So we lose this battle 3-0, but we did knock out Gyarados and whatnot, so I'm happy about that. Now here I decided to go into the battle spot to use my Pokemon some more, so we end up using Dunsparce, Galvantula, and Wo-Chien. And hopefully we can use them very effectively before we end this battle video. So we end up using Dunsparce with a Drill Run. It doesn't knock out the Goldango, and he went for the Nasty Plot and then Make It Rain. So, that's something that we have to deal with here. I go for Thunder. I thought I could KO it, but it doesn't. We do paralyze it though. And then he goes for that Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball from that range, it will definitely knock out Galvantula if it didn't have a Focus Sash, but we do have it, so. And then we go for another Thunder to knock out the Goldango. Now, what's interesting in the battle spot is it is a 3-on-3, and you don't know which Pokemon they're going to use. So then he goes into Dusclops, and I saw that in the game preview, but I didn't know if he could bring it. He could bring it, so I have to be cautious about that, because Dusclops is actually pretty bulky. I brought my Wo-Chien because Wo-Chien is part of the video here. I wanted to use it, and it has the Tablets of Ruin, which lowers the attacking power of all Pokemon there, except for Wo-Chien. I go for the Leech Seed, trying to get a lot of HP back, because I believe Dusclops has a lot of HP investment. I'm hoping it does. And then we go for the Foul Play, because not only does it have good physically defensive stats, but it also has a good attack stat also. And that's what Foul Play is for. So combine that with the Leech Seed, and then Giga Drains, Foul Plays, we will be in good shape here. And I'm hoping I can knock out Dusclops. However, he shows me Pain Split, which that sucks, because I don't have, aside from Leech Seed, I don't have a way of knocking this Pokemon out now. But at the end of the day, I think we do knock out Dusclops. However, he has his own Wo-Chien, which you don't want that to happen. I did say that we knocked out Dusclops. That's a lie. He swaps out and goes into his regular Wo-Chien. So you can see the shiny variant and the regular variant here. And at this point of the battle, guys, I can't do anything to knock out this Pokemon with the moves that I have on it. So that means that I will be forfeiting this battle here. There's really nothing I can do. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle. Yeah, you can see I decided to cancel this battle here, because I can't really do anything. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle, these battles actually, because I gave you guys a little extra content there. And we got to use Wo-Chien, which is the Pokemon of the video. Awesome stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed this battle. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next battle video. Have a good day, trainers.